Jim, how long have you been at Dinsmore Baptist Church?
All my life.
Oh my word. You know, to be honest with you, I don't know the exact number, but it seems like it was 2014 that we started coming here.
I come to Dinsmore probably around 68.
I think it's been a little over 20 years. Yeah, a little over 20 years.
I am 28 and I've been here all my life since 1991.
Really? So this is the only church you've ever known?
It's the only church I've ever known.
I came here in 2014, the end of 2014, so 5 years.
I have been here for almost 5 years.
Started going to Dinsmore in 1985, so I'm guessing that's 34 years. I think that's right.
You know, I was raised to give as a child. It was something that we were taught.
I can't really say so much I remember my mother giving, because I really don't. But I remember my 97-year-old grandmother giving. You give her $5 for her birthday or for Christmas, automatically part of that came out for her tithes.
My dad, at the first of the month, he would sit down to pay bills, and the very first check that he would write every month would be to church. And he would say, your first check goes to God, your second check should go to savings, and then you pay your bills with what's left. But you always give to God. And I remember I would get my allowance, and I would get $5 a week, and I would ask for $1 in quarters so that I could put 50 cents into the offering plate.
Retta has always been a strong personal tither. And I was strong on it too. I mean, I believed in it. But Retta, she always said, hey, we need to tithe. So I said, okay, we're going to tithe no matter what.
I'd have to say my dad. He always talked about growing up that, you can't outgive God, you can't outgive God. God will always take care of you if you pay your tithes, pay your offerings.
My dad always taught me that everything we have comes from God. My dad was a Nazarene preacher, and that was something that was instilled in me.
So if I was talking to a believer who had never given, I would just have them probably sit down and read their Bible. And, because it just talks about in the Bible how we have to give back to God. God gave us so much. He gave us His life. And all He asks of us is to give back to Him.
I would tell them that I know God can do the same with $1 as He can do with $1 million. He can have the same blessing out of the same amount of money.
Take the challenge. Give to the Lord. And give it from your heart. I promise you, you will never, ever outgive the Lord.
I just tell them to look around. Look around, look around. If they decide to make this their church home, look around. Look at the music ministry we have. Look at the preaching that we have. Look at the facility that we have. Look at the love that is here. And every time they sow that little bit of seed, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And we're able to reach more people and more people.
I remember Jim Jones telling us, and he brought up a verse, Malachi 3:10. It says, bring all the tithes into the storehouse, so there'll be meat in my house, and I'll open the door or the windows of heaven to pour you out a blessing where you won't have enough room to receive it. I remember Jim Jones looked right at me, and it was almost like God was telling him, hey, he needs to hear this. And he looked right at me when he said it, and he said, when I read that verse, that tells me that that's saying God's tried you. He wants you to try Him.
It says in Malachi 3:7-11, you can go read it. It says, bring the tithes in the storehouse. And He says, if you'll do that, I'll pour out a blessing that you cannot receive. It actually says, prove me. Prove me means try me. If you don't believe it, God's saying, try me. Just try me, see what it does for you. I promise you it works. I'm living proof that Malachi 3:7-11 works.
God has just done so much to where I want to tell everybody about it. He has blessed me, and He's blessed Loretta. We haven't did without.
Everything I could possibly give Him, I have to, because He's been there for me 100% every day of my life. Every day since I accepted Him, He's been there for me.
Where can you go wrong giving back to someone that has given us everything. Everything that I have is thanks to the Lord.
Giving's important to me because I know that I can't outgive God. There is no way that I can even come close to doing for Him what He's done for me.